After fielding the worst defense in franchise history, the offseason mission has been very clear. Fix the defense by any means possible, whether it's through the draft, whether it's free agency, coaching changes. Everything is centered around rebuilding that defense. Christian Parker's defense, and that's the focus. Today's exceptional. This is from Let's Talk Cowboys. Christian Parker is the most significant defensive pickup for the Cowboys in 2026. The second most significant pickup for the Cowboys defensively in 2026 is Brandon Jordan. This man will pay dividends and give intel on potential draft picks to the Cowboys. Now, for those of you wondering who is Brandon Jordan, Coach Jordan is one of the rising names in coaching circles, a pass rush expert who's built a reputation working with elite talent and sharpening the Cowboys' edge with technique and precision. Coach Brandon Jordan, Caleb Downs in the lab crafting pass rush. So there's Brandon Jordan working with Caleb Downs at the Star. This tweet from Okoye Media says, although Marcus Dixon is a D-line coach, everywhere he's gone, the linebackers thrive. These fronts are a linebacker's dream. This changes the conversation regarding which linebacker the Cowboys may favor in the draft. Sideline to sideline ability, blitzing, and coverage skills are in demand. And finally, our last tweet comes from Dove. Very interesting. Cowboys head coach Brian Schottenheimer speaks about their draft approach. Dallas is going all in this season.
They've done a great job setting the board. Now I'm kind of going through all the positions, and everybody, you want to be prepared to do what we need to do on defense, but certainly we're not going to pass on a great offensive player if they're there.
So this is definitely a debatable topic. Defense is obviously the priority, but if there is an offensive lineman or a playmaker, a running back, a receiver, are you okay with pulling the trigger at number 12? Why don't we start with our special guest, Jean?
I like that intro. John.
It's an interesting question. I would draft a defensive player, obviously, and if only offensive players were there, I'd probably try to trade back. And then if I couldn't trade back, then I'd take the best offensive player there. But their offense is pretty good. They can still use some help, though. Like, I'm not sold on Tyler Guyton at left tackle. But how many first-round picks are you going to spend on offensive linemen? Nobody else in the league does it.
I had brought this up earlier in the week, and I thought, what could possibly be there at 12 that Dallas would even consider? And the only thing to me would be a massive, great offensive lineman. But like Jock just said, man, they need defense, and I'm going to give Tyler Guyton one more shot. One more chance, because if he ain't going to do it this year, I'm going to draft one next year.
Right.
Yeah, I agree with both these guys. In fact, if you need to trade down, because there's not the defensive guy you want there, do that. I'm fine with that this draft. There's going to be a lot of opportunities to draft for defense. And as I mentioned earlier, like, we don't have this timeline anymore where we could develop players for a few years and not draft for need. We got to do it now.
I'm with you earlier, not now. Earlier, one other show you mentioned, just get playmakers. If the best playmaker, I don't care if he's freaking a tight end, which please don't be a tight end.
Yeah, please.
But if it's a play, I want the best players on the field. Anytime you draft for need, you're in trouble. They did it. Scooters mentioned it, beating my head in the ground with it. CeeDee Lamb. They didn't need a receiver at the time, they thought, and look at him now. He's one of their best playmakers. That's what you go for.
Yeah, but somebody got to play linebacker and somebody got to play corner.
I agree.
The need has never been greater.
I know, but I want playmakers on the field.
Jamie, jump in here. What do you think the Cowboys should do?
Yeah, I agree with the CeeDee Lamb comment, obviously, but absolutely not. You don't take the offensive player. The offense is so stacked. Like you said, we need some guys to play defense too. If we even get like a middle of the pack C+, B- defense going on with the offense that we have, they can really potentially contend for a Super Bowl. I guess the Rowdy jinx is still going on, so we'll see.
This might be controversial, but I need you guys to lock in and follow me.
Okay.
Here's my thought process.
Okay, let's hear
on
it.
this. You always take BPA.
That's what I said.
Best player available. It doesn't matter.
Jeremiah.
If Jeremiah.
Jordan Love,
if
you would have
Jeremiah-
taken
you
him.
take Jeremiah, and here's why. Yes, we do need to address the defense, but what I'm looking for Jerry Jones to do is make a trade during the draft this year. I'm looking at the linebacker from the Miami Dolphins, Jordan Brooks.
Okay.
The Dolphins are third-round draft pick.
There you go.
Get Jordan Brooks, call it a day, and now we're cooking with grease.